Alright, supernatural experiences part 2. So I left off on them waking me up telling me it's 7:09, and then I actually get up, grab my phone, and it says 7:09 like they said. Alright, that's where we left off. And I still wasn't really convinced that what I was experiencing was supernatural. Right? So one day, me and my stepfather are having an argument. I'm kind of yelling, and I hear my grandmother from behind me. Like, I have depth perception. I can tell, like, if there's sound coming out of that right TV speaker or not, and it's only coming out of the left. I can tell sound direction. And I hear my grandmother from behind me, not in my ear, not in my head, behind me, go, "Hey Russell," it's my grandfather. "Do you hear him? Do you hear Dakota?" And he goes from in the laundry room to my left. He goes, "Yeah, I hear him. He's going off again." It spooked me. I immediately stopped what I was doing. I went home and paced the floor back and placed my living room floor. Just trying to convince myself I wasn't crazy. Right? Just heard my grandparents. And that's not the first time I've heard my grandparents. I guess I should probably live with this one. This is probably the most important one that everybody needs to know. So, like, I remember I said I was being real good. I'm being good. I'm not even watching anything but Motor Trend, ESPN, and Fox News, right? Because I don't want any type of sinful nature in my peripheral view. You know, I don't want anything in front of me that can cause me to sin or temptation or lust or anything. So I'm watching Motor Trend, and I hear my grandmother go right in front of me, right in front of the TV at the end of my bed. I can hear her projecting from in front of my bed go, "Dakota, I have every car you can think of up here." I was like so shocked. I was like, "What? Well, what?" She's like, "Yeah, don't be jealous." I was like, "I'm not jealous." I was like, she goes, "Yeah, you are." She goes, "You're just jealous because you ain't got it like that." I was like, "One day I will. I'll be up there soon." And then the guy on the TV goes, "Yep, this car's going to storage heaven." Right? And the show ends. And then my grandfather chimes in and goes, "Dakota, the world is ending." Right? And then my grandmother goes, "Don't tell him stuff like that. You know how he gets." And he goes, "Yeah, I know. He'll end up giving everything he owns away and waiting on a mountain somewhere for Jesus to come back." And then they left. Crazy, right? Yeah. 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 Now you know how I feel. Yeah. Okay. So we ain't done yet. Hold on. Buckle up tight because it's going to get crazy. So I had a dream shortly after that 3 tornadoes were coming out of the sky, and I ran to my mother's house to tell her the world was ending. When I wake up, I turn on the news. 6 tornadoes had touched down within 60-mile radius of me while I was sleeping. Right? Coincidence? Right. Hold on. Follow me. We ain't done yet. So I had this bad feeling one day, and we're doing our podcast, and I just had a bad feeling for California. This time I didn't hear a voice. I didn't have a vision. I just had a feeling. Something bad about California. And I said it too. I said, it turned out to be bad advice, but I had to do something was bad. I said, "Anybody in California can hear me. Don't go outside today. I have a bad feeling." And when I turned on the news, 6 wildfires had caught all over California and destroyed Malibu and Hollywood and all that. It was on fire. They couldn't get it under control for like weeks. Coincidence? Right, we're not done. So since we're on the podcast thing, I don't know if it's always my grandparents that are talking to me because the voices change. They're not always the same person. There's been experiences that I've dealt with the other side a few times, and it's always unpleasant. every time I deal with them, it's unpleasant. So I just try to steer clear and just stay on the right path because I'm so far in this that I can't just. There's a side to choose. When you know what's going on and what the deal is, and you know the game, well then the players of the game expect you to choose a side. There is no in the middle. It's serious. So one day they're like, tell them you're one of Jesus' biggest followers. So I figured people were listening on my podcast. So I was like, hey y'all, I'm one of Jesus' biggest followers. I want y'all to know that. And then the song right after I said that goes, yep, he's talking about being a follower. Swear. I'm kind of convinced. All right, this is supernatural, right? After everything that's happening, I kind of convinced, right? And then we're not even close to done. We got about 10 or 15 more experiences. We'll get back on another one. I'm out.